I'm Jake, and welcome back to A Few Bricks Short. We're always a few bricks short of a complete LEGO collection. Today I want to talk about set 71453, Izzie and Bunchu Bunny. This is a 7 plus set in the new Dreamzzz theme. It has 259 pieces, 2 minifigures, 0 stickers, and retails for $19.99. So this is my first set in the new Dreamzzz theme. There are 11 sets total, and a poly bag, which I guess counts as a set. So 12 total sets in this new theme. It has been a bit since LEGO has released their own non-licensed adventure theme. The last one was Hidden Side, which I mostly missed out on, and I would really like to have a theme that I like a lot, that I could collect every set from the beginning, and it seems like this could be that theme. So this set comes with Izzie, a Grim Spawn, and Bunchu Bunny. Izzie is a beautiful figure. She is very detailed. Really the only thing keeping her from collectible minifigure levels is the absence of arm and leg printing, which is completely fine. Her hairpiece is brand new for this figure, and is a really neat multicolored, like blue, pink, purple color. Even Bricklink isn't quite sure what to call this color. She has 2 face prints, one kind of neutral smile and one scrunchy face smile. She's quite cute. Her double-sided torso print is really nice, showing some fantasy armor and the Dream Crafter's emblem on her belt. Her short skirt print is continued onto her hips and her legs. Her dual molded legs also have some shoe prints. She comes with her hourglass, a cool sword, and Bunchu as accessories. The hourglass and sword are pretty neat looking new elements, and Bunchu is a recolor of the existing bunny element with a new print. The Grim Spawn is a fun little villain creature. I think it technically counts as a minifigure. It has a new little body mold. It is one piece and works with a regular minifigure head. The arms are angled in such a way that under them works almost like a clip element or a minifigure hand. This is how the Grim Spawn can hold the net accessory it comes with. This one also comes with a black helmet and a transparent pink feather. I'm curious to see when and where this body mold is used next, outside of this theme. I'm sure it'll happen, even though I can't think of any existing theme or IP at the moment that could. For the main build, we have Bunchu. For some context, Izzie can dreamcraft her stuffed Bunchu toy into a larger animated version. More on that in a little bit. The first thing you notice with this build are the colors. I think the blue, or azure as I believe it's called, and the bright pink and purple accents work super well together. The whole build uses a variety of different building orientations. So many areas are built with a mix of regular, inverted, and snot bricks to fully round off and complete all the sides. This really shows a nice range of LEGO application and adds a nice complexity to the build while still staying within the bounds of the age range. My 5-year-old son and I both got the set, and he had no issues with the build. The face, mouth, and Dream Crafter's emblem are all prints, and the face uses some nice metallic accenting as well. For play, Bunchu has some nice articulation all around and offers some nice posing. I think the use of the click joints for the hips really adds some nice stability. This is also a nice size build overall to be played with. It's not too big, but it has some substance. So this particular set has a neat feature where the main build of Bunchu is completed in the first 2-part bags, and the third and final bag has extra parts to add some accessories to Bunchu. This is neat because it's done as a choice. You can choose to build one of 2 options presented in the last part of the instructions, or you can call it a day and save the parts for later. With the first set of accessories, you can make some power gloves and some roller skates. These are pretty fun, and I think the yellow adds some nice contrast to the rest of the build. I do like these new power blast pieces that are on the back of the skates. I know I have said previously with the Miles Morales car, a similar piece was a bit ridiculous, but I think this piece works in this context. I think this works with the whimsy of the theme overall. For the second choice in accessories, you can make a pair of wings and a powered tail of sorts for Bunchu. This option also gives Izzie a place to stand and steer a flying Bunchu. The major difference here is that you have to swap out the existing tail versus just adding the accessories right onto the build. I didn't mention the flat and openness of the back of Bunchu before, because it is intentional for attaching these accessories. I do think by itself the back of the main build does look incomplete, especially in comparison to the rest, but I do understand how the compromise had to be made. I do think this is a wonderful set. You get quite a bit for your money, it seems, especially at only 20 bucks. There are a lot of new elements, new colors, and new prints, and none of that seems to have affected the price. I do think the build was fun, and it fits perfectly within the age range. It has tons of play possibilities, as it's not a depiction of one environment or scene or anything. The figures and the build were great, and I think it offers a lot of value as a LEGO set. So I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that this theme has an accompanying TV show. I wanted to structure this review, and all of the Dreamzzz reviews I'll do, where I talk about the set as a whole, how I think it works as a LEGO set, and then how it relates to the TV show. I'll leave a lot of my major thoughts on the show out for now, and save them for another video where I'll talk about the theme as a whole. So subscribe for more. So in the show, Izzie is a dream chaser. She has the ability to consciously create whatever she wants in her dreams. This is called dream crafting. She's joined by Mateo, Cooper, Logan, and Zoe. Basic bare bones premise of the show, they all join together to try and stop the Nightmare King from taking over the dream world. So one of Izzie's favorite things to dreamcraft is taking her stuffed Bunchu and making her larger and sentient. Stopping at that concept and fact alone, this set does exactly that. This set gives a bit of its own premise and context through the instructions. This art tells a slight story of a Grimmspawn stealing Bunchu from Izzie. Izzie then dreamcrafts a Bunchu to go and save Bunchu. Right, confusing when it's said out loud, but it's also not how it works in the show. I do think between the two, I'm more partial to the sets that take inspiration from the show or movie and do something a little different with it. Listen, I know what I said. This is different. This is a Lego show with a matching Lego product. There have only been 20 episodes so far. I know there are other themes that have corresponding source material, but this one's pretty new, so there shouldn't have been any real room for any deviation at this point. Izzie transforms her actual toy into a giant bunny, so it's a slight differentiation from what the instructions show, but it's also kind of important for her character in the show. Most often, dream crafting in the show molds existing objects, and it's usually something that has a connection to the dream crafter. This usually just creates stronger dream crafting. In the show, the Nightmare King steals another one of Izzie's stuffed toys and turns it into the shark ship. Because of this, Izzie is often afraid of using her dream crafting on Bunchu as to not put her in a possible scenario of being stolen like her shark. She has to work to overcome her fear throughout the show. I would also say that Bunchu here almost looks mechanical compared to the show, and even the art of the instructions. Some of this, of course, is just how Lego works, but it's not helped by all the gray elements throughout. This is almost leaned into by the use of the wheels on Bunchu's wrists. Honestly, for this set, this is all a bit pedantic. It's just something to point out because Lego did make a show and a theme that were supposed to go together. I'll go over this more when I have the whole current wave from this theme, but I think this set in particular does a pretty good job actually representing what it's supposed to from the show. And honestly, the intended age group probably wouldn't even notice a single thing I said anyway. As I said before, I think it's interesting to look at this in two ways. Just as a set and a theme, just as they are, just regular Lego product that anybody can go pick up off the shelf based on what they can see, and then later see how it pairs with the show. That's all I had for you today with this set. Next time, I'm gonna look at Grimkeeper the Cage Monster. So keep an eye out for that one. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.